What's up, YouTube? It's me, Lewis. I'm coming back with videos, I guess. All my old videos, as you see, are deleted. I'm not talking about that no more. I'm talking about how to. Now I'm talking about how to help people start a business, challenges here and there. Just this is going to be a, you know, this is. I'm sorry, I just read a message. This is going to be a more informative YouTube channel. That's what I'm pretty much going to say. Like informing you how to deal with like running a business or running a business, but having working from home or working self-employed, full-time self-employed. Yeah, pretty much. How I deal with anxiety, bipolar, and that's it. I'll let you know all that challenges. And this video is going to be all over the place, but it won't be talking about the stuff that I was talking about on my last channel. I guess it's the same channel but new videos. But yeah, this video is about how I started working full time, self-employed. This video, I'm not trying to give this business person. I'm trying to relax. It's new. It's been a while since I've been on this camera. But yeah, I started by, pretty much hating my job. Now people ask me, how did you start, work? I'm trying to talk slow because this video I made twice already, and both of those videos are 30 minutes long. But I'm trying to shorten this one up and, get straight to the point. I pretty much I hated all my jobs. I hated working for somebody else. I hated that they was in control of my life. I hated that they controlled my time to sleep, wake up, eat, how much time I can chill, how much with my friends, how much time I can do anything pretty much. They pretty much control everybody. Like when you work for somebody, they pretty much own you, control. Not own you, but they control pretty much everything you do. Some people may not agree, but that's okay. But yeah, I hated that. I knew I wanted more free time to myself. I knew I didn't want to work for nobody, but I knew that I would have to do something. So I started researching about shirts and how to make shirts and the equipment that I needed to do and the equipment that I needed to get, the materials that I needed to get, and how much money all this will cost. It's not cheap. I'm gonna say when I started, shit, to this day, it's not cheap. But if you are willing to, now I'm not gonna say I had the money up front because I definitely didn't have that. While I was working at my job, I was still struggling with bills, still behind on rent, and as a person working for somebody else, I was still doing that. I didn't have the money. I had to get each thing one at a time. But at this point, I started 2 years ago in December, I guess. 2 years ago, I started, I guess, making clothes, like actually start researching, like the beginning of December. By like December 14th of 2 years ago, I bought my printer, which is an inkjet printer that you will need. You'll run across that if you do research. You'll need inkjet printer and transfer paper. I did research on how to make the shirts, and pretty much, that's what came about. I was doing that, making little to no money at all, not enough to quit my job. Shit, not even enough to go out, like, go out for something to eat or something, but not serious money. I started off on Poshmark. These apps I was selling on Poshmark and Depop. I was selling off those, not taking them serious either. Like, okay, I still work for somebody else. I wasn't taking it serious. I didn't have the mindset of like, oh, okay, this could be like a full-time job. I was still like, oh, I'm doing this on the side. It's pretty much was a hobby, but I was not taking it serious, and because I didn't have the money. That's not an excuse, but I didn't have the money to get everything that I wanted, because when I learned something, one thing, like I was doing the transfer paper stuff. I learned that. I'm like, okay, cool, I know that. Now it's what's next. So I started researching about other ways to make t-shirts. I saw screen printing. I wasn't gonna bring that in here in my apartment, so I was like, okay. So I learned vinyl. So I'm like, okay, vinyl. So what I need to do that? I saw I needed this is all in December. Late December, early January. So I started researching about vinyl, what equipment that I needed, how to do it, and everything pretty much, and how much it will cost. But you can't really look. Yeah, can get an idea how much everything will cost online, but no, you can't really do that. But you can, but it's like once you get into the store, it's gonna be more than what you thought. But so yeah, this is around January, February that I was doing all that. And I looked into it and I saw that it was gonna cost a lot. It was gonna cost a lot of money. So I had no choice but to wait until my taxes came. Now I'm not gonna sit up here in front like I had money. I was broke. I'm not gonna say I was flat broke when I had a job, but it was like you was struggling to do stuff. So I was broke. So and I'm not saying I'm rich now. I still I'm not gonna say I got money, but I can do what I want. But I know I'm not stupid enough to, spend all my money because anything can happen at any time. And I'm not saying I'm rich or I got no, because I'm not struggling with money, but I could still consider myself broke, even though I don't struggle with money, if that makes sense. But yeah, I waited till my taxes and I got it. I went to go get the machines that I needed. Now, mind you, I was working at a job. I was still working at this point. I didn't quit. This is February. I didn't quit all the way until August of that year. So I was still working at a job. I got my taxes. The first thing anybody do when they get their taxes, they call off of work, and I went to go get my equipment. Mind you, after I got my equipment in February, I think that's what it was. I was like still not really taking the app serious, but I was doing enough where I could pay bills now. Not pay rent, but pay bills. So I was making enough to pay bills, but in an apartment, bills don't cost that much. I was still working, still going to my job, but I was slowly I was leaving work 2 hours early about every day because I would get done with work fast. I would get in. I was working at a pizza place, so I had to make pizzas, and then I had to be there early. So, and another thing, when people ask me what I did to get started, I pretty much invested my money into equipment. The cutter that I bought was about $400. I needed a cutting machine, and a heat press. At first, when I first started, I was using an iron. I was using a regular iron. You know, I wasn't using nothing fancy. I was using literally, I was using a regular iron that you can buy at any store. So when I got my tax money, I went to go get my cutting machine, and I went to go get a small heat press. The heat press was about $250 to $300. The cutting machine was $400 to $450. One of those. And I needed vinyl, which is expensive as hell. T-shirts, which ain't that much. They're like $2 a shirt. $2 a shirt. And time. Invest all your time. That's all you need. Research, time, and invest in yourself. Pretty much are the key things. Yeah, I was still working my job. I wasn't taking the platform, the selling shirts serious because I didn't think too much of it, but I knew I didn't want to work for nobody else. So the beginning of June hit, and I was taking it more. I don't know. I just started hating. Actually, no. It started to get closer to summer, which I hate my jobs the most in the summertime. So it started to get close towards the summer. So I'm like, okay, imagine I'm just pretty much starting off. I said, okay, this year I'm quitting my job. I don't know when. I don't know. I said, okay, I'm quitting my job. Let me save up enough money this summer. I was willing to do the summer. Save up my money this summer to quit my job. That didn't work out because I was ready to go all the time. I hated being there. Stuff like normal stuff that people don't like working at their job. So I hated my job. So at the beginning of June, I started taking it a little more serious. I started making enough money to pay bills. What else? And I did the summer. Still was broke as hell. trying to not skip anything. I was staying up late, getting stuff done. I had to be at work at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I was going to sleep around 3 o'clock in the morning. Because the beginning of June, business started taking a little bump. It started going up a little bit because I was taking it a little more serious at this time. So I started to see, the potential of this. So I finished work. I don't know when the summer ended, but close to when the summer was ending, which is in August. I noticed like, okay, I'm finna quit this year, but still, I was still broke. I had money. It's like I was making money, but that money was I was making money from the business, but that was going towards, that was going towards investing more into, me quitting. So it was like I didn't have no money really. My money that I was getting from work wasn't shit because I was leaving work early all the time because I didn't want to be there. I was calling off all the time because I didn't want to be there. So I really only had money to pay bills at this point. You know, and it's a lot, but I'm not trying to go all over the place because I made this video again 3 times. Then in about, I'm trying to remember, July, I was talking more about quitting my job. I wasn't telling the people that I work with. I was telling my friends like, okay, I'm quitting my job this year. They were like, you think you can do it? We know you can do it. And I was like, yeah. They supported me, of course, but shout out to them. But yeah, they supported me, of course. But it was always that doubt in myself. They're like, damn, can you really do this? But I hesitated a lot. Of course, you're gonna do that. But within a couple of months, I really started to see that the business was like the clothing was taking off. The shirts were selling pretty much 5 to 10 shirts off of one platform every day. So that's like 10 to 20 shirts a day. And it was the summertime, so that helped too because sales will spike in the summertime. So in August, I was working. But when I started to see sales going up, I started to work less at my job. So I would tell them that, okay, I can only work 4 days. 4 days eventually turned to me only working 3 days. And 3 days turned to me almost working 2 days. And that, well, I'm not finna work 1 day at no job. 2 days was even like, why are you here? But, I started to see that. So I'm like, okay, at this point, you're getting enough money to where you can pay rent now. So why are you still here? So I didn't think too much about it. I just like, okay, I still have to save up enough for me to like quit. I didn't think, okay, how much to save, because I was just like, okay. And I'm still thinking about it. I wasn't even saving shit. Like, I was not even saving no money. I was still going out. I was still chilling with my friends. I was still investing more than I was going out. I'm not going to say I was just blowing my money. I was investing more of my money into the business than I would go out, like for real. So I was investing more of my money. So it was like, I'm keep investing, but it's like every time I get, which is what you have to do. You have to invest pretty much a lot so you can get more in the future, So I was investing into all stuff, different types of stuff, new projects and stuff like that. So within that time, from June to August, which ain't that long, August 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, one of those, I was just August 8th. August 8th, I went to work, normal day at work. Irritating day because I hate being there, so it was very annoying. But I get through it. I'm like, okay, you can't quit now. So what I didn't think about that during the day, but that was just like, okay, you all right. But it was 10 minutes until I had to leave my shift at work. You know what I'm trying to say. But it was 10 minutes before I had to go. And I was doing my job, making pieces. And it was so random because the thought of like out of nowhere, the thought, like, something told me, and I'm not trying to say I'm crazy or anything. Something told me, quit your job. Like a voice in my head said, quit. A thought or a voice, whatever you want to call it, came to my head like, okay, quit your job, like right now, like quit your job. And I couldn't get that thought out of my head. I couldn't get the voice or whatever the case may be. I couldn't get it out of my head. Like, so, I'm so serious. I could not get it out of my head with 10 minutes of me about to leave the the work. 10 minutes of me about to leave work. 10 minutes of me about to leave work for the day. I could not get that thought of my out of my head. So I'm like, okay, what does this mean? And I believe everything happens for a reason. I wholeheartedly, I believe everything happens for a reason. So that thought was not just a random thought. It was something that I needed to hear. I feel, and again, I don't think I said that. I'm not no success story. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not none of that. I'm just telling you what I did, or what happened to me, or what the steps that I took to work full time self employed. And a thought came to my head. I'm like, okay, this clearly is for a reason. This thought just not randomly for the pop in your head because you didn't think about just up and quitting your job. Well, that's a lie. Because the job before this, I just up and quit. And the job before that one, I was up and quit. This is another thing. That year that I was doing t-shirts, I was at a new job. That's the longest job I stayed at. That summer before that one. So last summer and then that summer before that one, I was at within June to August. I at least had 7 new jobs. And that's crazy. I was quitting jobs. I was leaving jobs. So that wasn't low key a random thought. It was not that random now that I think about it. But I legit I think I had 7 to 8 jobs within 3 months because I was quitting job. I hate working for people. I hate working for people that don't care about you. I could say that. That take money from you, act like you stupid. And I have no problem working for people like if we're working together and we have an understanding. But motherfuckers, bosses that just don't give a fuck, I ain't got time for it. So I was quitting jobs left and right. So that wasn't pretty much a random thought. But it was a thought at that moment that I needed to hear for me to have no money in my account and for me to just say, okay, I had $40 in my account. And for me to have no money like that, $40 in my account, is for me to have the thought of even quitting. It was like, okay, this is for a reason. This time is for a reason. Those other times, just like you just don't want to deal with it. But this time is for a reason. And I pulled the manager to the side. I'm like, okay, it's my heart telling you, beating fast. Oh my God, so fast. My heart was beating so fast. My heart was beating so fast because I still can't believe I'm about to do it. Because I pulled him to the side, heart beating so fast. I'm like, I just stood there and smiled and started laughing because I'm like, I can't. I'm still in shock. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, I'm so serious. I can't believe I'm just sitting there laughing and smiling. And he's like, what's up? And imagine, at that job, I went in there, didn't say nothing, didn't speak, didn't lie, I mean, if something funny, then yeah, but I went in there, I didn't pretty much say nothing to nobody because I didn't want to be there. And if I don't want to be somewhere, my attitude, my anger is just not. So this is weird for him, seeing me laughing and smiling for no reason. So I'm like, 2 weeks, I have to go. Like, where you need a vacation? I said no. 2 weeks I can't work here anymore. And I just started to smile and laugh again. I was like, I still can't believe I'm saying this. So, it's okay. We talked about it, okay. It just ended with okay. So I went home that same day and started working as hard as I can on clothing. I started working as hard as I can. And it paid off, I say, within the 2 weeks that I put in, that same day, that week that I quit, that week that I put my 2 weeks in, it was on a Wednesday. I remember that day. It was on a Wednesday that I put my 2 weeks in. I put 2 weeks in, but I only worked one. The next week I did not show up because at this point I started to see that you can do it. You got the money I made within that week, within that week, from I want to say that Wednesday that I quit my job, well, I put the 2 weeks in, within the next Wednesday, I think I made at least $700 to $900. $700 to $900 within that week. So I'm like, okay, why the fuck am I about to go? Why the fuck am I finna show up to this job that I hate? So I didn't show up. Um, and that's pretty much it. Now, if you get anything from this, it's how I started is I did research. And then I was willing to sacrifice sleep, hanging with my friends, having fun pretty much. Because I mean, it's fun because I'm not gonna say it's boring as hell because I like doing it. It's not boring because I like doing it, but it's like it's a lot of work. I'm not gonna say just boom, 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 money, money. No, it's a lot of work, but you have to be willing to put in the time, sacrifice your sleep sometimes. You have to be willing to invest in yourself without hesitating. And people always say, what to sell, what to sell, what to sell. Write down six things, write down six things, and those six things that you wrote down, start selling them. Like, do research on how to sell them or how to make them and stuff like that. Now, I do recommend if you're going to start selling. Now, I'm not trying to say anything about anybody, but this is just my personal opinion about selling clothing or selling pretty much anything that somebody else can make for you. If you know what I'm trying to say, like I make clothing, it's, but I have the machines to make the clothing. But if I didn't have the machines, I could have somebody else make them and ship them to me. That to me is a lot of money that you can save by investing in your own machines. Um, to me, I know for real. This opens having your own machines and your own equipment opens up more incomes for you because when I started, when I quit my job, I was so scared. I started taking custom orders and I started doing people birthdays and I started doing people's baby showers orders. Yeah, and if you get your if you have somebody else to make it to you and ship it to you, that's like you can't do that. But having your own equipment opens up so many more possibilities to make more money outside of selling on apps and on platforms and on websites and stuff. So invest in yourself. And again, I'm not no motivational speaker, no success story at all. Um, yeah, and at this point, invest in yourself. Find something that you like. Go for it. Just do it. Don't think too much about it. Um, if you want to do it, then it's a reason why you want to do it because you like it. Um, and all the other stuff that people say. Just go for it. It's if you ask yourself why would this sell, you need to ask yourself why wouldn't it sell? Because that's gonna outweigh the why would it in the first place. So you ask yourself why would this happen? You should ask yourself why wouldn't it happen? So it's always something. And at this point, I'm doing more than just clothing. I'm doing paintings, stuff like that. I'm working on shoes, and I'm working on another project that I can't say too much about because it's a lot and it's a little. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but if I wanted to make it happen, I can. But I'm not gonna say too much because 9 out of 10 is gonna happen because I'm putting in the work to do it. But yeah, I'm pretty much trying to keep myself busy, learning new stuff, and that's another thing. That don't just stick to t-shirts and whatever. Don't just stick to one thing. Find other things to do. Find other things that you like to do and go do that too. Like my thing I like to do is create. And that could be anything. So that's why I went from shoes to home decor to painting to t-shirts until now this other thing that I'm trying to do. But yeah, don't limit yourself. don't beat yourself up, and you know, more videos like this will be coming soon. I don't know what my YouTube uploading schedule will be, but yeah, pretty much, I don't know. But if you have any questions or any comments, concerns, or anything you want to add, I'll leave a link to my Instagrams in the bio because I don't really like to be on Facebook. Instagrams in the description, I guess that's what you call it. It's all so new to me again. It's been a while, but that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video to somebody that you think needs a push or needs to hear something like this. And this don't have to necessarily be towards selling anything. This can be towards them making a YouTube channel, just starting a rap career, start producing music, or start anything as far as something that makes them happy. And I think that's about it. I hope that's it because I feel like I'm forgetting something. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And if you have any questions below, just comment down below. If you want me to go over the apps that I use, which is Poshmark, Depop, Macari, Etsy, eBay, Bump. I think I have like 7 to 8 platforms now. Bigcartel. I think I'm always finding something to do. So that's another thing. I think I started off with just 2. That's 1 Poshmark and 1 Depop. Now I have like 7 or 8. So if you want me to go over everything that I do or each app that I use and what's best to sell on those apps, just comment down below or inbox me or something. So that's pretty much it. I think I'm leaving something out, but this video is too damn long anyway. So I'll see you guys in the next one, I guess, whenever that will be. I'm trying to consistently up on YouTube. I'm going to consistently try to upload on YouTube now. So see you guys in the next one. Like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Peace.
But your voice was too loud.